Yeah, man. Welcome. Yes, it's gonna be a brand new experience in my. It's not gonna be a brand new, but I never heard the group, but I heard a lot of metal, and I heard. I would go as far to say metal has always, since I was 12, I guess, been my go-to music genre, my favorite. And maybe if any genre was up there, in my opinion, it would be punk rock or punk. I heard a lot of, if we are talking about punk music, we heard a lot of, in the early 80s, me and my pal, we heard a lot of Exploited, Barmy Army, Troops of Tomorrow, yeah, Oi, Carry On Oi, and all that stuff. We heard a lot of course, Sex Pistols. We loved Sex Pistols, Sid Vicious, and this may sound funny. We kind of worshipped Sid Vicious at that point. Year 12, he was cool, as a dude. But then you grow up and you see what he done, and it's like, okay, let's forget about Sid Vicious. He's a fucking freak. But Sid Vicious is a small story on Sex Pistols because he's not the primus motor. He was part of the image for the most part, the selling point, and it worked. Malcolm McLaren was a genius. Anywho, we heard a lot of punk rock. Dead Kennedys was the greatest music ever, and so on and so forth. The Cramps, I guess, is partial punk rock, early Cramps. Nina Hagen, we loved Nina Hagen, and so on. I could go on. And if it was metal, we heard, at the beginning we were big on Metallica. Was the biggest shit ever, and then they made the Black Album, and then the fans got divided, and I took the detour. It's like, okay, see you later. That's fucking. If I want to listen to a half singer song album and a half thrash album, I cannot remember I'd ordered that, with fries and shake. I think on that point it got fucked. Yeah, I don't care about that album. I would actually say, if we're talking Metallica, I would prefer to stay in the Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets and Garage Incorporated collections. That's my Metallica. Every single other Metallica album is, for my part, I don't care. I have not cared in 20 or 30 years. I don't know how long it has been since the Black. But we're not talking Metallica. I'm just trying to put you in perspective on what you're looking at. If you're new to the channel, because it's a first for me, and at this point it will make sense to say, I never heard Pantera. I never heard Pantera. As I was about to say, and I mentioned a lot of examples on what was on our radar and what we worshipped. At that point, we were also very big on Alice Cooper and early 80s still. And yeah, some Iron Maiden. Also, again, before Iron Maiden got fucked after Peace of Mind. That's only my opinion. Not including Peace of Mind. But after, I don't care. We heard of a lot of Slayer. We heard of a lot. We even. Venom was big. Celtic Frost. Yeah, we say Celtic, not Celtic, in this part of the wood. And yeah, we heard a lot of hard-hitting shit. My favorite was Judas Priest in early 80s. It was not the hardest, but I have always been a big vocal guy. And Robert Halford is not to mess with. That's the shit. So now we're back to the issue in this video. I'm ready with the song, and what can we say before we start? I'm just gonna remind you for the final time, never heard this group. Of course I heard about the name. I see a lot of shirts, you know. It was like I saw a lot of shirts in a couple of many years concerning Napalm Death. And I always thought, yeah. I heard a snip of Napalm Death, and I thought at that point, no, I'm gonna pass, or I'm gonna wait. I don't know. You know, when you wait on something in a genre you love, it's not because you don't like what you're hearing. It's, in my opinion, it's like I don't got room in my head to open up such a big Easter egg on one, you know, sitting like Napalm Death. After I dived into Napalm Death, and I'm 10 albums in my collection deep into the discography, and I'm not quitting until I got most of them. Yeah. Every single Barney album bought. Now is the time. Now I cannot push it any further. We're gonna do it. I found the music. I don't own it yet, but I found it, and it's the two first tracks, and I think I was about to say it's actually a request in some way. Someone has more than once asked me to, yeah, can you react to Pantera, and they mentioned the Vulgar Display of Power album. That's also the t-shirt I saw on festivals, you know. And yeah, so I am, but I never heard. Yeah, maybe I cannot say I never heard 10 Seconds, but that is like years ago, and yeah, of course I cannot remember how the 10 Seconds sounded. That even if I could remember, I would still say doesn't matter. The first two tracks on this one is Mouth for War, yeah, and A New Level. So I was thinking, I don't know if Pantera is gonna get me blocked or have blocked, so I'm just gonna dip my toes into the water, and we're gonna do two tracks. Not gonna only do one, man. No. I need to at least hear a couple of numbers, but also again, we have to be careful. It would be a waste of time. Are you ready? I'm certainly ready. I could not be more ready, I think. Let's go. It's a cool riff, man. break in the filler. That one. Sing fast. Gonna get spady. Spades. Off the rampage. Yeah, we got an oar. Jesus Christus, man. I'm just gonna pause it for a second. I know we just got, but I'm gonna bring it back. Yes. Yeah, that was a good opening. The next one is called A New Level. And that is the one I'm suspecting is a new level. It's not a brainiac thought, but yeah, it's kind of in the title. But is it a new level? That's the point. Yeah. We don't know. At this point, I would not say it's a new level. So I'm really, really curious. This reminded me, to be frank, when Metallica is best. You know, that sound. Even the vocal is like greatest Metallica vocal ever. Early. But better. It's not that juvenile. It's more, you know, it's got some more balls to it, I would say. It's more, it's not reaching. But that's the charm of the early James Hetfield. And we got the early Hetfield. And I don't know who's the originator of the I guess it's like 50 or 80-year-old in music at this point. I don't think none of them is, but it's real cool to say, yeah, or yeah, you know, something like that. Maybe not. Okay. Imagine we got some music in the background when I'm doing it. It would sound better. I'm pretty sure. Anywho, a new level. And what can I also say before we go further? So you don't misunderstand. I'm not saying it's like, okay. I'm really actually kind of relieved is the word over it is good. Because, but that's the fun of doing these videos, doing a total cold, you know, try. You never heard a snip, as far as you know. And I'm so relieved that it sits in this ballpark, where it sits at this point. It's like, it's a good point of entry, but nothing new under the sun. Does it make sense? It's just like everything they are doing in this number we just heard is just like on point, and it makes you want to listen to more. It's like, okay, if you can do stuff like that, you can probably kick the bottle at some point, or take us to a new level if we are lucky, So let's fucking see what happens. Now it's in the wrong number. We're gonna do this. I was not expecting it to go down in tempo, but it's still fucking awesome. Now we get heavy. That reminds me of Chromax, intro. You gotta know. Heavy. And very fucking. Yeah. Yeah, we're in a black van with no windows. And a chimney puffing smoke. Yeah! I just had to do it. That's right, motherfucker. Love it. Holy shit, man. Wow. That's the third track, Walk. We're gonna save this for the next video. a new level. I love it. That's great. I don't know what the fuck am I gonna add to that. I had a sneaky suspicion that a title track with that name would be a special thing, and I was right in my little head. It's not little, but I'm really surprised over that extra couple of flavors we got from left and right. We got the funky, chunking, heavy fucking, I'm an instant fan riff. And then we got that, it was almost like Mr. Bungle at the end. It really reminded me of something like, first I thought like System of a Down, that the odd rhythm, the choppy rhythm, no pun intended, spoiler alert. I heard System of a Down, but not a whole track. I heard all that memes that's my System of a Down. I would not because I never heard it much, but I've seen a lot of memes about it. Oh, 10 seconds, no, 5, 4, 3 examples of it, even at a fucking, or in a freaking, was it a TV series at recently? It could be a Marvel, and then they just all of a sudden. Anywho, that's not the point. It reminded me of something, sophisticated like that, Mr. Bungle, and as I said, in the end, I was just thinking Mr. Bungle. But trash or thrash metal, what do you say? / speed metal. I don't know which side this falls to. Frankly, I don't really care, because in my head, this is just freaking metal. And I would also say already it has. I mentioned what we heard in the early days in the genre, and Slayer, one of them. Anthrax was one of them. We heard a lot of Merciful Fate, and that's because in Denmark, Merciful Fate is the / King Diamond. But early part we started with Bratz, and then Bratz became Merciful Fate, and Merciful Fate became, for the most part, King Diamond, and back to Mercy, and back to Diamond, and back to Mercy, and back to Diamond, and so on and so on. It's like, what the hell do you want me to call me at this day? Yeah, Mercy, okay, cool. I'm gonna call the guys. If we're lucky, we're gonna get Mercy. If we're not lucky, we're gonna get King Diamond. Are you cool with that? No, I'm not cool. I want some freaking Merciful Fate. Screw King Diamond. Or not screw King Diamond, but screw the albums. Not a fan. I'm only a fan of the Merciful Fate. But yeah, back to topic. I'm also describing what we were listening to, so it's not totally interesting. That's hard to say. But long story short, I'm actually at this point I'm kicking my own ass, because this was way better than I expected it. And I don't know, I'm not gonna blame anybody. I was about to make a joke about blaming somebody, but I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna blame myself. It's like, I know we got time. Time is an issue, and I was just putting this to the side for a rainy day. Today is almost raining. It's snowy, but slushy snow in Denmark. And I thought it's time to do it. and I would make at least one person happy. Recently, a viewer asked me, do the album or do the group. Now we begun. Let's see if it's getting blocked. If it's cool, I would like to continue my Pantera. This seems to be a cool place to start. I would even say at this point, it's also so great, in my opinion, that I would already throw some cash against the album and then expect to get the album in the mail. This is like very promising. The production is cool. You know, you're not at least worried about the next number, if you know what I mean. It's like, oh yeah, this is these guys got it. It's not immediately my favorite metal group ever, but you never know. In 10 years or 5 years or 2 years or 6 months. At this point, they are brillante, I would say. And I'm very, as I said, curious to go on. Let's just cross our fingers, our small heavy metal fingers, and see if we are lucky. Please, please, universe, give us this. And yeah, that should be it. That's all we can do, you know, maybe at this point, I think. And we can also tune into the next video, of course, if you're interested, to see how it goes. But until then, I would say that's a fucking big thumbs up ×2. Loved it, especially the second track. First track was cool. Second track was I would say, an eye opener for me to the group. It was like, that's the reason I really want to continue. The second number really sold me. So first number got me curious, but the second got me going. Domaragato. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next time. Yeah. On the next time. See you the next time. Not, I'm from Denmark. English is not my best. Bye now.